continued worship. 20 rak'ah, first day, 20 rak'ah, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, we didn't stop. We still want to continue. We came. We wanted to continue. We came and we did that. Continued worship is a lesson. How we are going to do that? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Ahabbul a'mali ila Allahi adwamuha wa in qal." The most beloved acts of worship for Allah is which is done continuously, even if it's very small. It could be $1 a month. You are giving charity. Not $100 today, this month, and nothing for the next whole year. It's not you are inviting all the people to your house to give iftar and khalas, finish. Maybe next year. It is what you do on a daily basis, on a continuous basis. Ahabbul a'mali ila Allahi adwamuha wa in qal. It's true in Ramadan, we cannot replicate Ramadan. True, I understand. I'm totally with you. When I talk, don't think that I am going to replicate Ramadan too. But at least, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we have to understand the perseverance. We can at least replicate Ramadan thrice a year. Because whatever we earn in Ramadan, 1 month, can't we replicate, can't we duplicate that for a period of 4 months? For an example, 20 rak'ah each day, 30 days, how many? 600. If you are going to divide that 600 rak'ah for 120 days, for 4 months, how many per day? Less than 4. Can't we do that? We can. Take the Quran, how many pages? 600 pages. We finished everything, alhamdulillah, we completed in 1 month. If we are going to stretch, in fact the hadith is that Quran should not be completed less than 40 days, but still I'm asking. If we are going to stretch for 4 months, how is it going to be? Less than 4 pages or 5 pages a day. Every day we are praying 5 times. 1 page in the Quran, just 1 page. This is beloved to Allah. Rather than we finished everything and we go into dry mode. No, brothers, we have to keep our spring alive, our heart alive. So inshallah, think about this. And fasting. There are 3 days a month we can fast. At least 1 month, 1 day per month. Fasting is a nice way to connect back to Allah. To take time off from our rat race and then connect back to Allah. Because when you continue to do the ibadah, when you continue to do the ibadah, you see Allah's rahmah, Allah's mercy, Allah's honor. He says that if a person could not do something happens, he failed to do that, he will receive the reward as if he was doing that. For those who are continuing, like you are reciting 5 pages a day, from day to day, starting after Ramadan, you are continuing. Suddenly you feel sick. 1 week you are in the hospital. You will be rewarded as if you are reciting for whole 25 pages. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِذَا مَرِضَ الْعَبْدُ قَالَ اللَّهُ لِلْكِرَامِ الْكَاتِبِينَ. If a person is sick, became sick, a person who is continuous to do some worship, Allah will say to this person, the Kiram al-Katibin, the honorable writers, He will say, "Uktubu abdi mithla alladhi kana ya'malu hatta aqbidahu wa afihi." Write down as if he was doing the worship until either I take his soul away or until I give him cure. Aisha radiallahu anha said, for people who are praying in the night, if sometimes it's really tired, every day you are praying 2 rak'ah, one day you slept, you will be rewarded, you will be written as you prayed on that night. Aisha radiallahu anha said that, and now is rahmah. The sleep you felt at that night is a rahmah from Allah. And the second thing is behavior modification, which we already spoke about. We avoided what is even permissible. How to take it forward. As I told you, no one is perfect, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. No one is perfect in this world. If somebody says, no, I don't have any sins, something is completely wrong with him. So how we have to take it forward? Are we going to forget all the good deeds, all the achievements we made in Ramadan? No. So we have to understand, we have to write down. This is important. Now we are taking a sincere effort, we have to write down, what are my weaknesses? What are my weaknesses? Only I know. The weaknesses which affects me individually. and the weaknesses which affects others socially. If I go to, because of my behavior, something is happening, I'm hurting others. These are the things you have to write down. And major and minor. By the way, looking at other women, pornography and all these things, don't say that's minor. That effect is residual. It's going to kill you. We have to understand the approaches. We have to understand, put everything in perspective. This is why, because the awareness, once we realize this is my mistake, this is what keeps me holding, this is my poison, that is the key towards repentance and development. We have to understand our weakness. Some Saliheens internalize the problem. If something happened, he said, Inna Allah idha habba abdan yuri ayuba. If Allah loves a person, He will show his mistakes to him. So if something happens, they will internalize the thing. They will always look, what did I do wrong? One of the Sahabi, he said that, I will understand whether Allah is loving me or not by coming to my house. If my wife and my children are very happy with me, pleased with me, they love me, I know Allah is loving me. Because when Allah loves a person, He calls Jibreel. Jibreel says, Ya Allah, Jibreel, I love this person. You also love him. Jibreel goes to all the angels. Allah loves this person, I'm also loving this person, you also love him. Then all the angels will come to this world and the love for that person will be put into the hearts of every people. So every day, at least half an hour, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. In Ramadan, we spend hours and hours in seclusion to Allah. At least half an hour. Think where I am, how I am going to do that. And the third point is good companionship. We need to have that one too. Because we lived with angels, no shaitan. There were no shaitan in the Ramadan. Now we are coming to this world, the shaitans are coming. Now to protect ourselves, we have to have good companionship, good friendships. Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Tabi'in said that, كنت إذا أصابتني فترة فجئت ونظرت في وجه محمد ibn Wasil. Sometimes I feel some kind of a lack, something. I don't feel very motivated towards worship. I will come and look at the face of Muhammad ibn Wasil. I will look at Muhammad ibn Wasil, another Tabi'in. Inna ba'du nas idha ru'u dhukir Allahu azza wa jalla. Some people has this gift. When you look at them, they will remind, that their face will remind you of Allah. So we have to seek and find those people. We need to evaluate our friendships. Not only known sinners, but my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, in this consumeristic society, we have two kinds of people. We have to be very careful on. One is people who are very proud. Whenever they talk, they only talk about I. Their language is I. I did this, I did that. Very proud. They don't want to listen to others. There's another group always complaining, always bitter, always criticizing. I don't have that, I don't have this. These are toxic relationships. This will affect you in dunya and akhirah. It will affect us, everybody, even for me. If I'm going to go with that person, definitely within 1 week, he will change me more than I change him. So, now you can say that if I take a list of all my friends and start ticking all these people, finally I will end up with nothing. True, but we don't have to go to that extreme, but at least to evaluate our friendship. Have good friendships. Come to the mosque, see people. Not only the mosque, other outside. Sisters can meet a lot of people outside. And the fourth one is the firm principles. We learned a beautiful lesson in Ramadan that is free of slavery, our obedience only to Allah. We were not shackled by anything, right? We went to outside, we were living among non-Muslims. Somebody said, you are starving. What are you doing? Aren't you feeling? Are you drinking water? Are you sure you don't drink water? Everything. Did we give up? No. How come this resolution came in Ramadan? Such a powerful resolution, because we knew what is important to me, what are my priorities. I'm going to connect with Allah. It's nothing but Allah. It's only Allah. I don't care whatever you say. Sometimes we don't have an answer, but we don't give. Does it mean that just because they ask we are going to break our fast? They are going to enjoy with them? No. We did that. Sometimes in real life we don't do that. But in Ramadan we did that. So here Ramadan has shown us another firm resolution which is inside you. You have the capability, you have the power to resist, to say no, to feel your obedience only to Allah, nothing but for nothing else. But when it comes to this world, as I told you, now we lived in with Allah as guests, and we are coming back to where? To a consumeristic society. Flyers, TV guides, passive marketers. I say passive marketers, who are they? They might have bought some credit card. They have got a credit card. You know what? It's a beautiful credit card. You have to have that one. You know what? I bought a beautiful 4-bedroom house. There, mortgage, CIBC. Why don't you take it? We are getting convinced. This happens every day. Of course, my dear brothers and sisters, Islam, sometimes when we need something, we go through, because that's just a norm. We had to go through some flyers to find out what we need. But the flyers should not decide or define what we eat for that week. The TV guide should not decide how we are going to spend the time on that week. The passive marketers, they should not decide how I am going to live my life. That day in one of my khutbahs also I told the same thing. People come to this country, the first thing they hear is, you know what, nothing will work. You won't find a job, so apply for housing, social housing. Now this person is convinced. So Ramadan gave you a lesson. I am not going to be convinced by anybody. I am the master of my future. I am not a straw in this flood, so that any wind can take away from here and there. No. I have an identity. I am a Muslim, I am a powerful, I have fasted. I learned this lesson from Ramadan. Firm principle is very important. Otherwise, brothers, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, that is the beginning of decline after Ramadan. The final one is Ramadan legacy. We felt in Ramadan others' pain, and no longer a selfish lifestyle we followed in Ramadan. We followed a very lifestyle full of mercy and compassion to others. Now importantly, we have to find out, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, what is it that I am going to start new after Ramadan, because that is going to keep you connected to Ramadan. We have to find something. We learn so many lessons. What is it I am going to continue? A social project. If we feel the pain of others, Ramadan is over, don't we feel the same pain? Isn't the same is different from Ramadan and other Ramadan? No. You have to understand.